Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my peeps wherever you are in the world. This is your boy X-Man 1991. Signing on. It's September. Love all the Heavens Monsters podcast members. I put a shock to your system. And if you recognize those words, then you know today has been 25 years since Static Shock premiered on Kids WB. This was the first African American superhero to have his own superhero show. We have a bunch of white superheroes that had their own superhero show. We was like, why can't we have a black superhero to have his own superhero show? And I'm glad that actually happened. This show centers around Virgil Hawkins, who has electric powers, and he transforms to his alter ego Static. Later on in the third season, his best friend Richie Foley becomes his partner, known as Gear. Static Shock premiered on Kids WB on Saturday, September 23rd, 2000, and it became one of the highest rated Kids WB shows and one of the most popular shows of the DC animated universe. The show was renewed for its second season a month after its debut. It ran for 4 seasons and 52 episodes, ending on May 22nd, 2004. Reruns aired on Cartoon Network, part of Magoozy, as well as Disney XD. The show was streaming on HBO Max between February 2021 until it was removed from HBO Max on New Year's Day of this year. Both Phil LaMarr and Jason Marsden were on 2 great Saturday morning cartoons of the 2000s. This show and The Weekenders. On The Weekenders, they voiced Tino and Carver, and on Static Shock, they voiced Virgil and Richie. Static Shock is my number 4 Kids WB show. I had it as my number 2 DC animated show, but I'm going to have to put it at number 4 because I got Superman the animated series over Static Shock, to tell you the truth. Justice League, oh no. Yeah, Justice League is my number 5 DC show. Then Static Shock, number 4. Number 3, Teen Titans. Number 2, Superman, the animated series. And of course, Batman, the animated series, is my number 1 DC animated show. Static Shock is also my number 4 TV show of the year 2000. Thank you and rest in peace to Dwayne McDuffie for coming up with this amazing show. And they also had guest appearances. Of course, Shaq, voice of fictional version of himself on the show, and they had Karen Parsons, who played Hillary on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Shaq's assistant Tracy. They also had Romeo Miller on the show, and he did the theme song for the last 2 seasons. And they also had Karl Malone, Steve Nash, Tracy McGrady, and Yao Ming on the show, known as the Hoop Squad. They also had other superheroes on the show, such as the Justice League, and Robin was on the show too. My friend T Money, who was part of the Heavens Monsters podcast, he was 14 when the show premiered on his birthday, and now, 25 years later, he's 39. Congrats to... There's nothing more I can say about Static Shock. It's one of the most underrated cartoons of the 2000s. Today has also been 20 years since Roll Bounce was released in theaters. It pretty much follows Xavier Smith, played by Bow Weezy, struggling since the death of his mother to become a skater. And he and his friends be skating at the Sweetwater roller rink. And they were also wearing afros, which they used to wear back in the 70s. And can we talk about the cast of this movie? The cast of this movie was stacked. You had Bow Weezy, Shy McBride, Mike Epps, Charlie Murphy, Jurnee Smollett, Megan Good, Kalita Smith, Nick Cannon, Wesley Johnson, Wayne Brady, Marcus T. Polk, Rick Gonzalez, Kilo Thomas, Brandon T. Jackson, and the list goes on. But the one scene that hits me the most 20 years later is that scene where Xavier smashes Curtis's car in the garage. That scene still hits me to this day. I don't know about you guys, but that scene still hits me. I can imagine how Bow Weezy's character was going through dealing with the loss of his mother. Man. But I want to congratulate the cast and crew on 20 years of this movie. It's definitely one of Bow Weezy's one of Bow Weezy's movies, best movies. This is the first time him and Brandon T. Jackson made a movie together. The second movie they made together was, of course, Lottery Ticket. It's been 15 years since Lottery Ticket was released in theaters. Now it's been 20 years since Roll Bounce was released in theaters. And Rick Gonzalez was on two movies that came out 20 years ago. This movie and Coach Carter. I swear they don't make movies like this anymore. They really don't. But it's fun to come on and reminisce 20 years, 25, 30 years of these movies that came out in the 90s and the 2000s. That wraps up my rant celebrating 25 years of Static Shock premiered on Kids WB and 20 years of Roll Bounce being released in theaters. What do y'all think about Static Shock 25 years later and Roll Bounce 20 years later? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell for my next anniversary rant, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you tomorrow for highlights of the 2000 WWF Unforgiven pay-per-view. Happy 25th anniversary to Static Shock and happy 20th anniversary to Roll Bounce. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.